Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Greg and this is Puddle Walkers Outdoors. Alright guys, in today's episode we're going to hit the creek and we're going to chase after some bluegill, and we are going to use the time-honored tradition of slip bobber fishing, guys. This is one of the very first ways I ever learned how to fish, and I can't wait to get out here and show you guys. All right, guys, some of the first things you're going to need to be able to get bobber fishing. First of all, you're going to need some bobbers. These are what I like to use right here. Slip bobbers. You're going to need some slips. You're going to need some hooks. And you're going to need some lead. You got to have some kind of weight. You don't need nothing really big. I use some of the smaller ones that you can find. All right, guys, so one of the reasons I like to use slip bobbers mainly is because I've got way better control on my depth. It's easier to control the depth of how deep I want to go without having, 4, 5, 6, 10, 15 foot of line hanging off the end of my pole and trying to cast that. Second reason why I like it is for that same reason, but also it's a lot easier for kids to cast it. They get knotted up around the tip of the rod a lot less, and that means that dad and mom get to fish more, and so does Junior. All right, guys, let's get this together. Okay guys, so this right here is a bobber stop. You see, it's just like a piece of string wrapped around a piece of plastic. Take your string, you're just gonna slide that right on through that slip, that plastic slip right there, just like so, to where it's sitting on the line. Next thing you wanna do is you wanna just push that slip knot, a little bobber stop knot. This will slide that right off that piece of plastic. Take a piece of plastic, put it in the back of your car, put it in your tackle box, just don't throw it on the ground. The next thing you want to do is you want to kind of snug this down just a little bit. I don't go real tight just yet. Just get it on there. Now we're going to move this out of our way. Next thing you're going to do, guys, you're going to put your slip bobber on. This is a slip bobber. It's just a hollow bobber, the hole right up the center of it. No spring loaded on this, all right? Without bobber stops, this thing right here is just about useless as far as bobber work. You have to have something to stop this bobber from going up and down the line. That's where the green bobber stop comes in at. Then you want to start from the top of your bobber, and you're going to feed your line to the top hole until it comes out the back side. Comes out the back side, we're going to grab it, and we're just going to let that bobber just slide right on down the line. The next piece is going to be the bead. You got to have a bead. The bead is going to protect your bobber from your sinker as you're casting. The bobber sliding up and down, it's going to be banging against that sinker, banging against that sinker. It's going to tear stuff up. So put your bead on. Just like that, little bead on the line to help protect our bobber from our sinker. Next thing you want to do is you want to put your hook on. This is an Eagle Claw number 6, just a plain shank hook, nothing special. It's real little, so I'll have a lot better chance of hooking up with these bluegill. They got a little mouth, so they don't need a great big old hook to be able to get a hook inside of them. We're just going to tie that onto the end. In these instances, guys, I just use a fisherman's knot. It's an easy knot for me to tie on. I've been tying this knot all my life, so it's not that difficult. What I do is I bring my line through there like that. I put my finger in between there and the hook, and then I'm just gonna wrap the string around the line. I typically go around about 10 times. Less wraps for thicker line, more wraps for thin line. Okay, once you get it wrapped around, you'll have something like that right there, right? You have the line all wrapped up. You have a little tag end right here. Take this tag end and push it through the hole your finger was in. And then that should have created another hole here above you where you came down. You just want to pull that line back around and bring it back through that hole right there. A lot of people forget that step, and that's why this knot usually fails them. At that point, you're just going to slide it all together, just like that. Then you want to snug on to pulling tight, right? Just pull on it, pull on it. You don't want to pull so tight you snap your line, but you want to make sure you pull enough that that cinches down and your knot ends up looking like that right there. All right, we're going to snip this tag end off. We're going to get our bobber stop set, and then we're going to put our sinker on. All right, guys, this is the sinkers I use right here. This is just a little bitty guy. I'm just going to go a couple inches up, like that right there. I just want a few, maybe 4 or 5 inches up above my sinker. Just get your trusty pliers, get him in between there, and just make sure you sink her down in there real good. You don't want to squeeze on them so much that you snap the sinker in half. It's just going to cast off when you make your first cast. Okay, so now we've got our bobber, our sinker, and our hook. We need to get our stopper in place. All right, so the first thing I do, guys, is I get this really wet. All right, the wetter it is, the better it cinches down. Right there. We got a nice cinched down knot now. We can move this back and forth, set it to whatever depth we want, right? So we're going to cut this off, and we're going to cut this other green end here off. You want to cut this off close, but you want to cut it off so close that it comes undone. All right, if you watch here, you're going to see our bobber come down. That's what we want right there. We want the bobber to stop as soon as it hits that mark. So we'll set our depth. I'll probably, we're in the creek, so I'm probably going to go about like that right there. You know, maybe 1.5 feet. The water's not very deep. And now when I go to cast, all I have hanging off the end of my pole is just this little bit right here, right? That's easy to manage, especially for a little kid. Now, if I was going to fish 2 feet, my bait would be way down over here, right? And I'd be trying to have to lob that around. And for a kid, man, it's just really difficult for them to do that. It's already hard enough for them to cast a pole, so try to make it as easy as possible, right? Bobbers aren't exactly cheap anymore. I mean, they are compared to other lures, but they're not the 50 cents that they used to be. Man, when did it get so expensive to go bobber fishing? So spend a couple more dollars, guys. Get you some bobber stops, you know, get you some slip bobbers, and make it easier on your kid. You both get to learn something. As you become a heavier jig kind of fisherman, using a jig underneath a float like this, a slip float, is a pretty good way to catch crappie in the summertime. So a lot can be learned just from this simple bobber technique. All right, guys, let's put some bait on here. Let's go catch some fish. All right, guys, so I got my bait on here. I want to show it to you real quick, just how I put it on there. Okay, as you see, that's just a little piece of night crawler. Like I said, I put a little bitty hook on there. And what I like to do is I like to thread the night crawler onto the hook, leaving the tip out the bottom. You see the little guy wiggling around and moving. He's still very much active. And this way, the fish have to get the bottom of my hook in their mouth in order to get the bait. A little bit better hookup ratio. All right, guys, let's go catch some fish. All right, guys, this is the area we plan to fish. And this is why we plan to fish it. 1, it's a big open area. 2, it's got a lay down right over here. And 3, we got a big tree over here that meets the water. All that right there together spells fish population. We should find some bluegill in here and who knows what else. We did see some big carp in here swimming around, so who knows what else is down in here. Gavin is already out there with his. You see he's already getting bit. So that's kind of what you want to do. You kind of want to target up as close as you can to the tree without getting yourself snagged. And then when you go set the hook on these fish, guys, you don't want to just like yank, okay? You just want to reel in with it and kind of lean back with it. If you do that, you're going to hook far more fish. All right, guys, stay tuned. Hey, I got a container right here. Oh, shit. Good one. Another keeper right there.
Oh yeah,
that's definitely a keeper. Another nice gill, guys. They are loaded up back over there. I'm gonna start throwing them over here on the side. Let's take some of them home with us. We're catching them like that. All right. It's a buffalo. Oh, it's another slab, dude.
Screwed me over. That pup was going for my bait, dude.
Screwed you over?
Came up and slapped him on the side of the bait.
I can't help it, dude. He's big, man.
Damn.
Another big gill. Yeah, another fresh piece of worm. Well, you keep messing with that carp if you want. If you want a bluegill, though, if you just throw it up against them bushes over there, that's where I keep pulling them big ones out at. Get real close to that bush, man. You're gonna catch a fish, or you're at least gonna get bit. There we go. The little guy. He's a throwback. It's up to you.
I feel like he can get bigger.
No, he won't get bigger. Somebody else will take him. But now that's a bowfin.
Yeah, that's a boat. That's a big one.
Oh, bluegill! Get away from it! Get away from it!
Oh, he's gonna hit the bluegill. Oh, we got you. Bluegill got your bait. Oh.
It is gonna eat the bluegill. Dang, yeah, that's a bowfin straight up. Where'd he go? Oh, I think he's got that bluegill. I think he's got it.
I still see him.
Okay. He was wanting it.
Oh, there.
Oh, he's right here in the shallows, too. He's coming for it. I don't know what I'm gonna do when he gets over here. Dude. Oh, there's another one, dude. Here he goes, here he goes, here he goes. Oh my god, dude, that was so close to watching him smash that thing. I don't know what I would have done.
Not much. I don't know.
I should have brought bigger hooks and fished for the bowfin. We know he's here though.
There you go. Look at that.
It's a mondo, ain't it? Woo, yeah, that's the biggest one yet.
That's a real mondo.
Look at that. That's a dandy of a creek gill right there.
Hey.
That makes mine look tiny, dude. Yeah, definitely gonna need the basket.
Yeah. One of these carp too. It's gonna be
Look at that one.
fight of the ages.
Look at that one.
Hey, is that
So,
a carp?
so huge. Yeah, it's a carp.
It's so weird though,
Cause it's giant, dude. That's why. It's so big, dude. It's massive, man.
dude. Big carp.
It's just a big common, dude. It's either a big common or a buffalo.
Money.
Yep, sure is. Look at that. It's where they're at, dude. They're right up against that bush over there. It's a fat one here. Oh, sorry, bro. Look at him.
Oh wow.
Look at that. That's a fish full of eggs right there. Belly on that dude. Get him. Oh, you missed.
I know I missed. That's good.
You missed another one. You gotta be the one that goes back and get the basket.
What? Alright, I'm gonna get the basket. I just missed it.
They seem to be pretty loaded up over there. Some bluegill. Some good bluegill too. That's my favorite parts. Not even small ones, just some good ones. Looks like maybe another good one. Yeah, he's not bad. It's a good keeper size bluegill right there. I think so anyways. Oh, got that one. Yeah, he did. Top water explosion, dude. Good gill. It's a basket gill. It's 5. You tell me there's this. There we go. There's another good one. Oh, he's fighting good. Oh, he's not bad. He's not big, but he ain't bad. Still got eggs in him. I think they're on the far end, Gavin. See if there's something on that side. Way back in there. Yep. Oh. Yeah, they're definitely in between there. I can't believe I missed that one. He sunk it like a big one would. There you go. There you go. Come on. Take it now. There we go. Oh, that feels decent. Yeah, he pulled drag. He's decent. Almost my best one for the day. All right, guys, that's up to 6 now. Oh. All right, guys, we've been laying into these bluegill. I'm telling you, a slip bobber and a night crawler, it's hard to beat. No problem getting us dinner. We're up to like 6 bluegill now that we think are keepers in our opinions. We probably could have kept a little more than what we have so far, but I'm pretty picky on the size of fish that I keep. All right, guys, stay tuned. Let's see if we can find a real monster. There we go. Woo, yeah. Got a good one. Yeah, big gill. I got the spot right here, dude. This tree's comfortable. You just head on over here. I'm probably gonna stay here till dark, dude. You get tired, you can walk home. There we go. There we go. Come on, come on. It's another decent. Oh, he's gone. I mean, I probably could have risked life and limb and went down there after him, but I got 10 in the basket. I ain't too worried about it. Oh. You still got him on, Garrett? Bring him on in. Yeah, he's huge. Take him that way. Take him that way. Dab him. Film. Somebody film. Got a lot left in him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. That's him, all right.
Yeah, it is him. Easy, don't hurt yourself.
Keep working him. He wears out. He wears out. We're gonna get him on the bank though.
Only got one hook in. You might want to back up, man.
Man, it's going like that.
That's a giant.
Get the scales. Right here. 8.8.
No. Digging.
Dang, Garrett, you should have waited so we could have got a video.
I was only going for the pass over. You seen him. He's seen that fish and he targeted.
No,
You've seen that
You
fish.
saw him move that way.
You've seen that
Seen it
fish.
that way, so I was trying over here, and then
You might have
I'm
interested
also
on the
swiped
most of
from
them
Bluegill
there.
All I hear is excuses.
All right, guys, we got a good mess of fish, and we still got some night crawlers left over. Let's head back to the house, guys. I'll show you guys 2 ways to clean these, and then we'll fry these bad boys up. All right, guys, stay tuned. All right, guys, what I like to do is get my bluegill into the sink like this right here. I can get them all nice and washed off. I set my cutting board up right here. I like to use the fish cutting boards with a nice little clipper to hold them in place because I do use electric knife. This is a Field & Stream. They're like 40 bucks on their website. Same with the board, it's Field & Stream. They're not very much either. All right, guys, let's get to filleting. All right, guys, what I like to do, take them, clamp them right there by the head, just like that right there. That holds them still. You're gonna take your fillet knife, you're gonna take it up through here, behind the ear, down, you're gonna turn, and then you're gonna come off it. Okay, guys, so once you got your fillets all nice and cleaned up, you want to go ahead and dip it into the egg wash, dip it into your batter, and then I like to throw it right into the deep fryer. On the egg first. Oh yeah, just like that. Nice sizzling. You're gonna let that sizzle up, guys, until it starts to float. If it starts to float, that's when you know it's done. What do you think, Gavin?
Looking pretty good. Fried fish is my favorite, especially with the corn.
Alright guys, that's it. I like mine with a little bit of ketchup. I don't know how you like yours. But under $10, guys, or just a little over $10, you can have you a nice little fish fry. Just as easy as that. Alright guys, see you on the next one.